Hey, Divine Feminines. What's up? It's been a minute, but I'm happy to be back. I felt the need to. Spirit was just saying, it was like telling me, it's like, not time, not time. So that's why there was no Divine Feminine reading up last week. There's a lot of transition happening, I think, with the Divine Feminine. And I think I just wanted to let that energy play out. Sometimes when I do the readings, like, too close together, then I find that I kind of get similar or same messages, and I don't really know how much that can help you guys. So that's kind of why I space things out, how I do. But I just kind of also do what Spirit tells me to do. So Spirit had me pause that Divine Feminine reading last week. Divine Feminine, you're probably kind of in a space of either thinking of transition or actually transitioning. There's some changes happening. Maybe even some good things popping up out of the blue, small ideas that are becoming bigger. There's this almost like you're in a gestation period. So really energetically, it's like I didn't want to tap into the energy because it was like very delicate. And I think that's fine. But today it was like, Spirit was like, today is the day for the Divine Feminine reading. So I'm here. And before I get into the cards, the crystal that came to me, interestingly enough, this is one of my favorites. Oh, this crystal. So take a look at this puppy. Look, it looks weird, right? Ooh. This is an celestial. This is a smoky quartz celestial. If you can see, there's so celestial crystals are different than like other crystals. Celestials are crystals that grow rapidly. That's why if you look at this crystal, I don't know if you can see it, but there are like little leaves. You see little leaves in there? Like there's earth, there's leaves in there because it grows really quickly. And one of the great things about celestial quartz in terms of like energy clearing is that it's like it grinds up negative energy. So like literally, you see the way this crystal looks? This is kind of what it does to energies that you need to dissolve. It helps to dissolve just depression and sorrow, and also helps to ground you in those higher vibrations. So Divine Feminine, if like these last few months you have kind of been on an ascension journey, this celestial quartz helps to bring that etheric part here down into the earth so that we can use what we've learned here on the earth. It kind of helps to merge both the 3D and the 5D. For me, I will hold and meditate with an celestial quartz if I'm coming out of a situation that really wore on my heart. I will put all my feeling into the celestial and let it ground it up, kind of like put it through the grinder of the celestial quartz. So I feel that I was attracted to this today because I almost feel like whatever the Divine Feminine is leaving behind, we are just going to put that energy onto this celestial quartz right now, let it just grind it up and recycle it off into the ether, into something, better for us, something that we can use and build on in a positive way. All right. So also it's interesting because the word dissolve is also a word used in like film editing when you're going from one like shot to the other, and it's kind of like you see a little bit of the old picture and then the new picture starts to come up. So there's a dissolving, I feel, that's happening right now with the Divine Feminine. You might have even found that things that you struggled with, where you suddenly were able to easily kind of just stop doing because there's something happening. There's a grounding happening. There's merging happening. And I feel like this full moon really brought up stuff to get ground up into the celestial quartz. So put the celestial quartz right here. Divine Feminine, all the things that are bothering you, the things that have kind of been gnawing at you, we're just going to toss it into the celestial and let the celestial quartz just chop it up and turn it back and return back to you some positive energy that you can use to further build upon for yourself. Woo, I've been talking for a long time. I don't like to do that. We're going on 5 minutes. Let's tap into the Divine Feminine's energy. Let's tap into the Divine Feminine's energy. This is for September 26th to October 2nd. Reading is starting at 5 minutes if you want a timestamp, but you know that celestial vibration was pretty cool. If you need it, that's good. I want to tap into the divine feminine right now, and I want to know what's going on with the divine feminine. Let's see what's going on with the divine feminine right now for September 26th to October 2nd. What's in her headspace? What's going on with the divine feminine right now? In her headspace, in her heart space. What's going on with our divine feminine? All right, 2 of Cups. I feel like that spirit saying hi. I've had such an amazing time doing personal readings. And I think as somebody who's kind of done readings for people in person all the time, it just really speaks to me the strength of spirit, like able to do these over the internet. Like, it's amazing to me. Like, spirit is so deep, you know, like spirit is truly everywhere. I mean, it's a connecting thread. Like, we're connected. It's a real thing, you know. Judgment wanted to come out, but it didn't. All right, so what are you on the fence about? Divine feminine, what's going on? You making some forging ahead, some new things in your life. Well, guess what? That's part of the journey. So you're right on task, right on time. If you're thinking that maybe that wasn't for you, yeah. It's that new. It's that new for the divine feminine. Ending of a cycle, beginning of a cycle, new cycle. Let's see what, oh, yep. Got some emotions. Divine feminine. Looking at the divine masculine, kind of like, maybe he's just a friend. Maybe, if that. Okay. I think I saw the 10 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. We have 7 cards here. I'm actually going to put this world here. Something's coming through that, it's a little bit. All right, divine feminine. Well, here you are. Queen of Wands. This is a woman who, right now, for me, is in charge of herself, her domain, her spirituality. This is a woman who is forging her own path, unique and unafraid, a woman with a fiery personality. Even if you don't have a fiery personality, if you can tap into the fire energy, you can find that you can forge new things for yourself, and they'll be the perfect thing for yourself. This 2 of Cups energy here, you know, it's giving me, I mean, it's definitely giving me twin flame. You know, it's like definitely giving me divine masculine, but it's also like not giving me romance. It's not giving me love necessarily. Like friendship is what's happening here. Well, platonic came out my mouth, so there that is. But underlying, of course, lots of love, lots of emotion for sure. It's like where the divine feminine is with the divine masculine, it's like she knows like what it is. Like she loves him, you know, like, but now he's kind of looking like the Knight of Pentacles. He's kind of looking like a boy that plays games. And she's kind of like, it wasn't really worth all that. End of a cycle. Divine feminine. Now this is very similar to kind of where we've been. If you've been following the channel, the divine feminine has definitely kind of been looking at the divine masculine differently. But it seems like now it's almost like the love is definitely there. There's definitely the recognition. But this 5 of Wands, the divine feminine is like, she's not really feeling that. And she's not feeling it on a few levels. She's not feeling it with like, in terms of the conflict that the divine masculine brought her. She's not feeling it in terms of the conflict that just exist with her, maybe even being cordial with the divine masculine right now. She doesn't like the games. These are children playing games. And she's the Queen of Wands. So she doesn't have time, she understands the power of the wand. It's not something to toy with. So she's not really looking that positively at childish things, made up scenarios, fighting for things that you don't have to fight for. She felt she had to fight for this Ace of Cups, which she never received. And she's walking into her new self. But with that, there's a recognition of the divine masculine and the fact that she's kind of meh. And I think that it was really important for divine feminines to get to this place. Because remember when you were like obsessed? Remember when you were just like, now, that's when you're in the karma of the situation. Once things start to kind of like settle down a little bit and you get to see with a more clear vision, see, this queen is looking very clearly. And if you look at how the cards are placed, like this world, she's looking back at this scenario, and there's a turning or a changing that's happening. There's a changing of the tide, I'm getting. A changing of the tide, all right? So things were going one way, and now they're going another way. Now, this Knight of Pentacles feels to me that now she's realizing that the divine masculine really wasn't offering her anything or much at all. And she's kind of wondering if she even did she make this up? Was this real? And then it's like, well, I don't even know if it was worth it. And just that, once again, all those questions, they just come from the root of games, of people being unclear. But I want to get some clarification on this Knight of Pentacles. Clarify this Knight of Pentacles for our divine feminine. Let's clarify this Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Yep. King of Swords. Ooh, interesting. King of Swords is like hard truths, kind of like tough truths. I mean, is it true? Like, it's like almost like, is it true? Am I supposed to want more? Am I supposed to want more for myself than what the divine masculine gave me? Is it true that at this moment in time, that my divine masculine is a knight when I am a queen? That is very tough. That's a very tough truth to handle because, here on the earthly plane, you can have the spiritual connection, absolutely. But depending on where each person is in terms of their individual growth, it's like, looks like our divine masculine has more growing to do. And the queen has almost outgrown him. And so I think that's why the separation energy is so severe right now, because it's almost like you vibrationally, divine feminine, have like leveled up. You've leveled up, all right? And that leveling up is your new cycle. The leveling up is your new cycle. And when your divine masculine does level up, then he can be a king. But right now, not so much. I want to pull one more for that. Actually, I want to pull a romance card. I'm so curious. Can I get a romance card for this King of Swords and Knight of Pentacles? Like, because I'm even feeling this Spirit said middle school. Yeah. He's in middle school right now, the divine masculine. But he showed up in the reading, so that's what's interesting. And then look at what we got, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So here's the thing, too. It's like the twin flame dynamic. Here we are, right? Our modern day society, well, I guess I can speak for myself. It's like, you meet somebody, you like them, you're like, oh my God, let's date, let's do everything, You want to just be with them right away, it's like, it feels wonderful. And normally, like, that's how things go. But the stop and go of the twin flame relationship is the greatest teacher of divine timing. Okay? Think about who you were when you met your divine masculine. Then think about who you are now. Are you the same chick? If you are, then that probably wasn't your divine masculine. You know, like you're probably very different. So I want you to see how the divine timing worked out in your life. And I want you to be patient with your divine masculine, knowing that there's a divine timing working out in his life. And that's why, it's like, this is what he's going through right now. This is very, like, I'm feeling very, like, I just want to put a little box around this. Like, I want to go like this. Because for me, this is the divine masculine. But the divine feminine, there's this new karmic cycle happening. Now, in this new karmic cycle that we're entering, I feel here with this new full moon, you might see that your divine masculine has grown into this King of Wands. And you might find that the time that you've waited, you know, it has come or is coming. But what they're saying is that the divine masculine, like, he's kind of not on your level right now. You leveled up, and see, by you leveling up, he's going to level up. But you leveled up first. So now he has to level up. Please don't hold your breath while he levels up. Who knows how long it's going to take? Don't hold your breath. Divine timing is at work in your love life. It's your job to live your life. And it's your job to put this burden down. This 10 of Wands, like, of waiting, of wondering, of hoping, of yearning, of pining for your divine masculine. Nah. Because at the end of the day, kind of like, this is how he's been running his love life and running his whole thing. So you are not on that. So allow him to do what he needs to do to clear his energy with this King of Swords, to become the Knight of Pentacles, so that the newness can happen. Right now, you all are platonic. It's a friendship, if anything, maybe an acquaintanceship, perhaps just someone you know, perhaps just somebody that you see from time to time, but it's not really, but you see it's the 11 though, you know what I'm saying? You see but you know, this card is very much a card of friendship and camaraderie. But then of course, we have this Ace of Cups here, which is emotional fulfillment that I feel will be coming. And I mean, it's technically there, you feel it. Divine feminine. So there's the further moving away from the physical interest in the divine masculine right now, and the greater understanding of the spiritual path of it all, knowing that if you, divine feminine, keep your eyes on your prize, keep your eyes on yourself, that your life, you'll be on your path toward divinity, and everything will come into proper play for you, divine feminine. So you're being asked to further focus on yourself. They're saying you have been focusing on yourself, and keep doing that. You do not try to pull the divine masculine up. He has to do it on his own. He's slow, but he's going to get it. When it clicks, it's going to click. The same way that when it clicked for you. It's going to happen for him too, but in its own time. All right? So if you're separated from your divine masculine right now, it's not the end, but this separation is extremely important for the energies within you, divine feminine, to stabilize, and for his energies to transform. I almost feel like the divine masculines might be where the divine feminine was like a year ago. They might be reeling from heartbreak and, you know, all kind of stuff from other karmic relationships. So please give him space and time right now. Okay? Space and time. And don't worry. Don't worry. All right? So how can we, what does the divine feminine need to surrender so that she doesn't worry, so that she is patient, while the divine masculine, you know, goes through his own transformation, in which he very much needs to be by himself right now. And it's okay, because you'll like him way better after the transformation. What does the divine feminine need to surrender to? I got it's like a few cards, I think, that popped out. Let's see. Interesting. Surrender your ego is the first one that popped out. The very nice looking man there on the card. Hi. Cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. And so for me, I love how they're telling you to cultivate gratitude, be of service. It's just like, stay busy. Stay busy, Divine Feminine. Do your thing. Go out there. Just spread your divinity all around, because the world loves your energy. And the more you share it, the more you bring more of that positivity into yourself. So it's not about, an ego would be more so you being like, well, I have to have him now. And where is he? It's like, surrender. Surrender to this divine timing. And Spirit has this amazing plan for you that you're walking. Trust Spirit. The second one, surrender denial. Now, isn't that interesting? This woman looking to the sky with a blindfold on, can't see how beautiful it is. Accept people and situations exactly as they are, without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So Divine Feminines, let's take a look at this honestly. What is it about our Divine Masculine where, because of the whole Divine Masculine thing, where did we put a blindfold over our eyes? Where did we see, I didn't see you, do that awful thing or hear you say that awful thing. Those are the things that he needs to work on and that he's working on right now. And it's very important for you to understand that those things that you turn a blind eye to are the exact things that he needs to work on. And that's the exact thing that you don't want to have in a relationship. So be happy that he's working on that right now. Please, though, all of his red flags, recognize them. It's true. Nobody's perfect. Look at them. They're real. Do you want to spend time with this person? Do you want to be romantic with this person? Is this person just a friend? Is your Divine Masculine somebody who maybe you as much as you feel, maybe morally, there's just something that you can't get with. And so you have to kind of Ten of Wands it right now. These are two people that ain't looking, but they trying to go somewhere. So let's think about this, Just because he's a Divine Masculine doesn't mean he's an angel. He's a human. So what can we be honest with ourselves about? Where we can say, you know what, you're right. He needs time to work on that. And it could be anything from building finances to overcoming addictions. Because, let's keep it real too. Do you want to be involved with your Divine Masculine if he's got, some addictions that could bring everything down? All right? So these are just things to think about. It's time to take off the rose-colored glasses in terms of Divine Masculine and see him for kind of who he is, who he's been showing you the whole time. Playing small, moving slow. Sometimes we got to be like, man, you just play too many games and move slow. And it makes us walk away. And the walking away is really important right now. He needs to kind of be in his own, I think. You don't want to be there with what he's got going on. Let him clear that. It's okay. You still dope. All right. Let's pull a Romance Angel. Let's just see what the Romance Angel cards have to say about this scenario, because right now it's not, it's very much it's very industrious right now. It's not very romantic right now. It's very much in the building prep phases right now. So can I get a Romance Angel card for this spread here for the Divine Feminine? And I feel that romance is something the Divine Feminine very much wants. Finances and career. So this is about the Divine Masculine maybe working a lot. It's once again, even with this one pentacle, it's not saying he doesn't have money. It's saying he's really building this part of himself right now, and also Divine Feminine for you too. So it looks like both of the divines right now are solidifying their earthly presence. Okay, it says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. For example, a lot of men don't feel secure to date a woman until they're in a particular place. Okay, and for our Divine Feminines, we may have learned that financial security is important to us and that we're working toward that. Or we might be switching up how we make our money. We might be switching up our careers. So right now, this is about work. And this is about life paths. And this is about journey. And guess what? I hate to break it to you. That's kind of what the twin flame journey is about. A lot of it is about course correction. A lot of the twin flame situations, you know, if they don't end up romantically, what they end up doing is putting you on the right track to get back with spirit. A lot of you might also work with your divine masculine. If you work with your divine masculine, you might find that you all are engaging each other less at work than you normally did. You might be kind of ducking your head at the hallway and going out for lunch instead of eating in the conference room or whatever. So, finances and career are worth waiting for. So it's building time. And for me, building time comes after something's been torn down, okay? And that's kind of the old ways. But new things are being built right now. And so, yeah, there's, you know, once again, this is about the you in union, all right? Divine Feminine, the more you build yourself up coming into this new cycle, the more you fill your cup up, the more satisfied you are. I'm going to pull a crystal message, and then we're good, we're done, all right? You know, I've watched a lot of twin flame readers. And one thing that I don't want to do as a twin flame reader is make anybody constantly anticipate somebody else's moves. I would never tell you somebody's coming for you, you know, because energetically they might be. But human beings get scared, and especially men. So they could feel that for 10 years. I don't want to say that and have you waiting for 10 years. And that's why I will always ground my twin flame readings in you, because that's who it's about. I wish it was just about like romance and hot sex, but it's not. By the time you get to that, you've done so much work. You deserve it. But right now we're doing the work. And how beautiful is it to do the work? Like, how beautiful is it to be called? You know, like, how beautiful is it to be in communion with spirit? How beautiful is it for us to be here today communing with each other this way over the internet? This is something that has never been done before. You know, I'm amazed by this. My grandfather was an astrologer. He passed away in the 80s. If he could see this, he would be like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Interesting. Number 11, Bloodstone. This one's been coming up a lot in my personal readings. And it's so interesting because y'all know it's a number 11, all right? It's number 11. So, you know, this is like, it's like, once again, yes, we are in line with the twin flame energy. This is what it is. It just ain't popping romantically right now. But is the energy still alive and popping? Yes. But the energy is transforming, transmuting, becoming. It's like seed form right now. So, let's read about this bloodstone. I know that bloodstone definitely deals with the blood, you know, and keeping that, you know, purifying that. You know, you might want to, drink some water, do a little cleanse or whatever. But this is about perseverance, which, looking at this spread, is kind of what the divine feminine would need. And perseverance also just really speaks to me in terms of this worth waiting for card as well. To wait, you need to have that perseverance to just like keep going, okay? All right, so I'm going to read to you what the book says. Judy Hall, Crystal Oracle is what I'm reading from. It's one of my favorite oracle decks to use. I do crystal prescriptions for people, and it's so great to prescribe things to like get people to align themselves. And, you know, crystals are life-changing. So let's read about bloodstone and perseverance, all right? Bloodstone has always had a powerful connection with maintaining vitality and purifying. You are a magical being, an amalgam of your individuality, your family and environment. Let go of the past. Look closely at your ancestral line. Recognize toxic patterns subconsciously running your life. Break away and be strong. You may be unnecessarily aggressive or defensive. Acknowledge mistakes and let inner disharmonies be transmuted. So this reading is a lot about letting old energies grind up and like transmute into something else. I feel like that's where we are. We are in transition, divine feminines. It's the fade. It's the dissolve. It's like, is that where you are? Let me know in the comments. Like, are you closing out some of one and entering into another? You know, like, are there new little seedlings, even if they're just thoughts that you're having? And actually, if you're having little seedling thoughts and ideas, please write them down, because there's something divine in there that could end up like making you a lot of money and being like great new prosperity for you, okay? But there's also a need to detox. So listen up. Detoxification and chaos precede transmutation. Perseverance is needed. Locked doors opens and obstacles are swept away. Romance blossoms. Preserve your good reputation. Recognize your enemies and keep them close. Do not be deceived. A farewell is called for. Mourn appropriately and let it go. You are a spiritual warrior. Be assertive. Wow. So there is transmutation happening. So some of you all are in the detoxification process. Some of you are all in the chaos process. But some of you guys are in the transmutation process, but we're all heading toward that transmutation of that energy. So it might feel rocky, but there's a smooth road ahead, so don't worry. You're being asked to nourish your blood and revitalize your body. And that's great because it's like, it just became fall, and just, even just having like a little detox tea, drinking some extra water. I like to drink chlorophyll. That's really great for the blood. But you can go online and see, try stuff out, see what works for you. But once again, this is a part of the journey. This is the non-sexy part of the journey. Okay, but you're sexy, you're beautiful, you're the Queen of Wands. And in this new cycle, girl, the world is yours. All right? Bang! So, that's our reading for today. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. I'm doing personal readings still. They're $25. Every time I do a personal reading, it amazes me. I'm like, I can't believe it. This is so cool. Like, our guides are connected. And it's so amazing how we can have this fifth dimensional communication and how we can channel in, we can tap into that energy. And how beautiful is that? So thank you, Divine Feminine. I know this was a long reading. I talked a bit in the beginning, but I'm sending you love during this transformation time. Remember, we're dissolving. Throw out anything that doesn't serve you. Anything from clothes to people to food out your fridge. Okay? Throw it out because there's newness coming for you. All right, Divine Feminine. So much love to you. I'll see you soon. It's Cosmic Crystal Tarot, and I'm out.